Welcome back, YouTubers, to another WWE vlog in HD with me, Daniel Parkin, and this guy sitting next to me, the legendary NJ.
What's up?
What's up, NJ? What's up to you guys out there? We are collectively known as the British Fist. Bam, there we go. And today we're going to be doing our review on Smackdown. But before we start this, make sure you subscribe up above, of course, to get more videos from us. Like the video, of course, and put your comments in the comment section down below, of course.
And make sure to contact us in the links below.
Definitely. Right, so let's start this review off then by saying Alberto starts the Smackdown show. I was surprising. I expected to see Edge, but Del Rio comes out and says this tonight is about Edge, which is a good thing for him to say.
And he says that the title should basically be surrendered to him. And I'm like, in a way, he does have a good point because he did win the Contender match. So I thought Christian lost, so it shouldn't be given to him. So yeah, I think Albert was right with that.
I suppose so, but then we get Teddy Long. Ooh, with Mr. Teddy Long coming out to enforce the law. He basically comes out and says that 20 wrestlers will compete in an over-the-top battle royal to determine the other #1 contender. We'll call it the #2 contender.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the main event made for tonight by Teddy Long, Mr. Obvious. So
and again, with this, when I heard it, I thought, yes, this is perfect. You're having other wrestlers getting involved to go for the title. So anyone can get a chance at the title now.
That's good. And basically, Alberto Del Rio comes as he basically says that he's glad he hurt Edge and glad he forced him to retire. And then Teddy Long, the quote of the night for me, says to him, "Right now, your destiny is to shut up, player," and then just walks off. What a man!
That was funny. That was funny.
That was definitely funny to see. What did you think of the opening promo? Do you think it achieved what it set out to achieve?
Again, yeah, it got Alberto saying his part on Edge, and it got Teddy saying there's still more to come for you.
So yeah, so it definitely did its job. Although I did expect Edge to come out, but I guess he'll probably have the main event or that kind of spot, which is saved for him in his retirement speech.
Yeah.
So the next match, the first match of the night we get is Big Zeke Jackson versus Kofi Kingston.
I was saying about time to see Zeke in a single match because he's a wrestler that I thought he would stand out in the core. He would stand out as a good member and a good wrestler.
I mean, the core was done to push Zeke. You've seen him attacking Big Show and stuff, and you had the core at ringside doing their commentary. And we saw on Raw that they were, in a big argument and stuff. And this kind of affected it in this match as well, kind of.
Yeah, because in this match, one of the funny moments is during the match, he's fighting Kofi, and they go outside the ring, and Zeke, because of the arguments and fights, he lobs Kofi into the rest of the core members.
And Wade Barrett was not happy.
None of them were happy. But they didn't get involved. They just let Zeke finish the match.
Why did they chuck him at Wade? God's sake. Oh. Wade Barrett deserves so much better than that. But anyway, Zeke basically picks up the easy squash win against Kofi Kingston, which is a shame because Kofi Kingston, I think, deserves a little bit better, in my opinion. But then Zeke gets on the mic, which we never really hear him on, and says that he should be the #1 contender. He's the #1 guy in core, even though they're all equals, apparently.
Because they're meant to be.
What did you think to that match, MJ?
Too short, and even though Kofi weren't really going to do well against Zeke, so I think, to be honest, it did its justice. It got Zeke to be able to win a match and take out one that used to be a good wrestler.
And it's further developed this sort of argument developing in the core now, which could lead to them breaking up. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen now with the core?
We have a couple more weeks until Extreme Rules. What I'm seeing is Zeke is going to come building up. You're going to see Wade doing good now, at long last. And then you see Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater doing better. I think, to be honest, there's going to be times each week of Kingston breaking up soon.
Yeah, and let's hope Wade gets a good push, eh?
I'm sure it will happen.
Must being British and everything.
Yeah.
Also, but then the next thing we get is a lady call counselling session. Do you want to say anything about that, or shall we move on?
I'll just make this quick. I'll say, to be honest, you could see during this, there's hints of breaking up there as well. Michelle thinks Layla's weak. Layla thinks Michelle's too bitchy, but Layla still wants them to stay together.
Do you think they should break up?
About time.
Yeah, I could agree with you there. Although I can see that WWE might keep them in there because they're kind of like a standout thing in the Divas division, which is pretty much dead at the moment.
Well, I'm not a fan of Diva tag team.
No,
I'm just thinking that should be it over now. Get to Extreme Rules and finish it.
Yeah. We then get a promo from the undashing Cody Rhodes. We kind of see this dark character developing, a guy that doesn't want to be seen. You get the lights off, and you get this very slow Randy Orton style promo. What did you think of the promo itself?
Again, I'm not a fan of this Cody. I'm not. You might have known that from other videos. With this promo, he's tried to make his point and come across by mentioning Bray's family, but to be honest, I don't buy it.
I think the thing with me at the moment, I'm not a fan of his character. I am a fan of Cody Rhodes, the wrestler, but not the character at the moment. In this promo, he said that he expected to feel vindicated when he beat Rey Mysterio, but instead he feels nothing. But I think it's good that they're building up a character for him, but I don't particularly like the character. I want to see him wrestle. That's just my opinion.
To be honest, I think it's going to take him time because he's pretty messed up now, but I think he should go back to how he was when he was in Legacy. He was a great wrestler then. I
definitely agree with you there. We then get Rey Mysterio interrupting Cody Rhodes, which NJ hated.
Yeah, because basically, I'm really sick of Rey doing all this good stuff in WWE. It should have been Cody's time, but no. The WWE make Rey overpower Cody at this moment.
I do agree. They've given Cody this win at WrestleMania, and then it just seems like this push has dropped a lot. And it seems, I don't know, it just really seems to have been messed up to me. Rey basically attacks him and hits a 619, then Cody runs out of the arena. Stupid. Let's move on to the next match, which we don't really, again, I don't really have that much to say about. But we have Rey Mysterio versus Drew McIntyre, and straight away I'm thinking, yeah, Rey's going to win this one.
Yeah, because to be honest, Drew should, just like Cody, should go back to what he was before. He should come as the chosen one. But sadly, this match didn't show him coming back to that at all.
So I've always been a big fan of Drew McIntyre. I mean, ever since last year Money in the Bank, when we heard he was going to get a title, a Money in the Bank shot, I do think WWE could do something with him and push him rather than what they've actually done with him now. But for me, like the match itself, you had Rey Mysterio win, predictable again, and they're burying someone like Drew McIntyre who should be better off being pushed.
True, but to be honest, if they have a point doing this to Rey, which I don't think they really do, then I'm not buying this at all.
Push Drew McIntyre or we riot.
Yeah, because Drew needs to push.
He does.
Rey doesn't. Rey's had the title. Rey's won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Drew's not had anything.
Well, don't take it just because we're British, but we really do think he deserves a push.
Yeah.
That's just our opinions on it.
WWE suck.
We then get one of many Edge promos of the night, well, one of two. This is a very emotional promo, but the one at the end was even more emotional. But this one basically went through saying, thank you to the fans and everything. You heard the thank you Edge chants again, which is great to hear, would you say?
Thank you, Edge. And I was I know I wasn't there at the arena, but I was here saying that.
Yeah. We both were, weren't we? We
were.
What I liked about this is he did his entrance again. It was good to see it one last time before he had to retire.
True.
And his mum is in the crowd as well, which is good to see.
And to get the chant saying thank you, Mum, which was nice for her to hear.
I know. It's a shame he has to relinquish the title this way, but I guess he has to do it now that
a risk. Another match would be a risk, so this is the safest way for Edge.
So we also get a little skit backstage with Alberto offering his hand to Edge, but he doesn't shake it.
And you see Alberto smiling, even though he didn't get a shake, and he does his wink.
Okay, we then get a Divas match, which again is contributing to this possible late call breakup. We have Kelly versus Layla. First of all, they don't walk out together. Obviously, this counselling isn't working.
Anyway, they walk together, but when Layla's doing her pose, Michelle keeps on walking.
Yeah. You also have Michelle McCall on commentary. She was
ripping out Layla, saying,
pretty much,
she said this, she said that, she did this, she did that.
Yeah, and we get Kelly wins via a roll up when McCall puts Layla. She chucks Layla in the ring because she would have got counted out if she didn't do that. And what I'm thinking here is, at the end of the match, you had them two confronting, and you think to yourself, could this be the start of a Layla face turn? Probably.
Because I think, to be honest, Layla looks up to Michelle, even though Layla's her own wrestler, her own diva. I think she looks up to Michelle, and Michelle's just slapping away each time. I think this is unfair. So yeah, it could be a face push for Layla.
It could do well for the Divas division. Who knows? We then get some Raw filler stuff with the Swagger Lawless segment, and Cole even goes as far as apologising to Swagger in his coal mine.
Yeah, and to be honest, if I was you, Swagger, don't accept.
The thing is, if you were gonna give Swagger a face turn, this is the perfect face turn you could give him against Michael Cole, who's possibly one of the biggest heels in WWE right now.
So to be honest, at Extreme Rules, I'm really hoping we see Swagger turn on Michael, even though that'd be another Lawler win.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping he does.
Okay. We then get another piece of filler stuff with the Triple H Taker vignette. Haven't we not seen this already? This vignette?
We've seen it before, but to be honest, I think the reason they're showing this is because there's going to be another, as we predict, another Triple H and Taker thing coming up. They're just building it up, ready for their next match.
Could be possibly.
But there is one thing. There was no Taker tonight, which I know he's injured, but to be honest, like we don't have Triple H on Raw. We don't have Taker on SmackDown.
Well, we may need him on SmackDown after Edge's retirement.
We will do.
That's one spot they're going to have difficulty filling up.
But no Taker, he probably won't. Anyway.
Yeah, but then we get the main event. Well, for the match main event, which is the Battle Royal for the #1 contendership. We have Del Rio at ringside. We have 20 guys in there. And the first thing of note that happened for us is Big Show and Zeke eliminating each other.
Yeah, I was really hoping for more from Zeke and Big Show. More eliminations, but guess not.
Yeah, and then we have Cody is eliminated by Ray again. Ugh.
Ray, why is all this pushing Ray? Even in a match that was more easier for Cody to eliminate Ray, he still didn't do it.
And WWE obviously didn't listen to us with this next one because they had Brodus Clay eliminating Drew McIntyre. We're going to riot now.
Big time, because to be honest, Drew even had the chance to look good there because he had other people to help him and that, but no.
But at least Kane eliminated Brodus Clay in the end.
That was awesome.
And then Barrett eliminated Kofi, which we were cheering about.
Yeah,
but then Gabriel eliminates him.
Which I think, to be honest, that we've had Zeke with Kofi, that's pushed Zeke. We've had Gabriel now eliminating Wade, that's pushed him. So I think it's all to help their image and fall out.
Yeah. I was disappointed that Wade didn't make it through to the final four. Instead, you had Justin Gabriel there. You had the final four being Swagger, Christian, Gabriel, and Ray. And, you had Swagger eliminating... Swagger eliminating Rey Mysterio after Cole protected him, which is a bit weird. Who was eliminated next?
Then we had, after Ray, it was...
Well, first you had Justin Gabriel, then you had Ray, and then you had...
Yeah,
then it went like that. And then Christian basically wins, which we kind of predicted at the start, but Christian won the Battle Royal.
So it looks like we're having Alberto Del Rio versus Christian again.
But also, it was good to see Swagger, getting the kind of push, a little push at the end of the Battle Royal, getting to #2.
I'm thinking WWE could actually keep building on Swagger just because of what he did in that match.
So what did you think to the overall match? I mean, it went on for quite long, which was good because it's a 20-man Battle Royal. What did you think of the match?
Overall, I think certain wrestlers in the Battle Royal could have done better. They could have had more time, or maybe had more eliminations, and the final four could have been better choices. But okay,
I'm thinking Wade Barrett and Drew McIntyre, to be honest.
Drew, I'm thinking maybe Kane again to give him a pushback, but no.
So after that match, we get Edge coming out to congratulate Christian, which was good to see. They are best friends, and they do a 5-second pose as well, which is bringing back the old memories. Should we do a 5-second pose? Oh my god, people can see my cut. Anyway, and then pretty much the whole roster comes out. You have Ray and you have
Big Show,
Chavo,
and the surprise, Triple H.
That was good to see. It was good to see Triple H has respect for Edge, and that is one thing Edge commented. That's he wanted in his, and that's what he said in his promo, which was good. It's good that it ended SmackDown because that is is his final send off, and that is definitely what should have happened.
Because SmackDown, when Edge was there, it was about Edge, mate. Basically, it was about Edge becoming the champ and doing great things for SmackDown.
And we heard Hall of Fame chants as well, which no doubt he'll be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I think, but not just yet. Give him a bit more time. Obviously, too soon. No.
Yeah, he gets a very big standing ovation, which is he definitely deserves. And there's this moment ringside. It's a very emotional moment. He does tear up a couple of times during it as well. Time. But that's understandable with him. And then he does his last pose as he walks out as well. Yep. So that's the last we're going to see of Edge on SmackDown. But I do think he may make an appearance at Extreme Rules.
Could possibly happen.
Yeah. So what did you think of the show altogether?
Again, I'd rate it quite high because obviously it was all based on Edge, which it should have been since the last SmackDown. If
it wasn't based on Edge, I would have made it a very low rated show. But because it was, I'd say it was a quite good show. Send off for Edge. The show itself wasn't the best.
Because if it was about Edge, if it wasn't about Edge, it'd be about Ray. Okay.
Yeah. Okay then. That is pretty much our review on SmackDown. Thank you guys very much for watching us, and we'll say goodbye.